Hello, curious person. So if you press the play button, it means that you're curious what this video is all about. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about few things. First of all, I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm gonna explain what coaching is. I'm gonna talk about my coaching style and also how I can help with my coaching. The reason why I'm doing this video, because obviously all the information about myself, about me and about what I can offer, you can read it on my website. But I thought that it would be very nice to show me in motion. So by watching this video, you actually can see the way I talk, you can hear the tone of my voice, my accent, my body language, and so you will have some sort of a picture about me, and you either connect with me or not. And I think it's very, very important when you actually choose your coach. Because you build very personal relationship with your coach. So my name is Yanina. I'm Russian. I've been living in London for the past almost 10 years. Before moving to UK, I lived in France. I have a master's degree in children's psychology from a Russian university. Then I studied marketing in France. Then I worked for quite some time in luxury retail in UK, in London. And then I became a fashion stylist because at that time it was my dream to become a fashion stylist, a celebrity fashion stylist. I was doing this job for some time as well. And then I came to realize that this job was not for me because I kind of fell out of love with it. I lost all meaning in life and I was just not understanding why I was doing this. And I think I came to the point of my life where being of service became something very, very important for me. And if you know who Dr. Wayne Dyer is, in his film called The Shift, there is a beautiful quote when he's saying, in the morning of your life, you ask your question, what can I get? And in the afternoon of your life, you ask a question, how can I serve? And I truly believe that I arrived in the afternoon of my life where I really want to serve. And this is what makes me happy. And this is actually when coaching came along in my life quite unexpectedly. I didn't think about it, I didn't want it just came, and I realized that this is actually a profession which probably if I do it, it will make me happy. And actually now when I coach my clients, and sometimes when the client is having a light bulb moment, when I ask a question and the client is looking at me saying, oh my god, I got it, or oh my god, I answered my question, and it really makes me really, really happy. And so this is where I'm serving. In a very simple words, coaching is an exploratory or explorational conversation between a client and a coach, where a client is provided a safe, non-judgmental space to talk about whatever he or she wants to talk. And me, all I'm doing as a coach, I'm listening and asking questions. This is all I'm doing. It's a non-judgmental environment and I'm not giving any advice. So if you think about it, how often in your life you are actually given an opportunity to talk about something which bothers you without being given advice? Somebody will say, yeah, but we have friends, Yes, we all have friends and we all share our things with friends, but ask yourself how many friends you have who will allow you to talk without actually giving their opinion or without trying to impose their opinion to you, saying that you are wrong and they're right. So I think in this way coaching is kind of unique because you are just given the time and space to explore what the things which kind of bother you, And so coaching is about this. What is my coaching style? Well, first of all, what I want to say that it's like this. Because I'm a human being, so obviously my personality will shine through my coaching. It cannot be otherwise. And I have a strong personality, and I'm a naturally solution-oriented person, which actually means that if I have some issue in my personal life or professional, in my health, I'm like, okay, now action plan and then action. So I don't like to create drama, I don't like to be a victim. And this is, I guess, how I coach my clients. So I'm listening about the problem or issue, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm just going for it. I would say that my coaching questions are quite challenging. Saying this, I don't know why I'm thinking this way, but I do think that they're challenging. They're very clear, short, and straight to the point. So yeah, it's just okay if you hire the coach and if you want to sort something, let's just go for it. What's the point to just going into circles? What is my ideal client? I don't have like any preferences whether I coach women or men, but I think like it's great when a person is really, really committed to the coaching process, because coaching actually can be scary and it can be also intimidating, because what you're doing, you're digging within. You answering your own questions because you have all the answers, but by some reason you probably you hide the answers in your subconscious or wherever it is, and so you need to be 100% honest with yourself, because if you're not being honest with yourself, there is no point to being coached. You need to be vulnerable. You need to just accept 100% like yourself. So I guess my ideal client is somebody who is committed, who is ready to face his own demons, let's call it this way, who is brave enough, and who is just wants to make a shift in his life. That's it. What is my niche? Well, I don't think I really have a niche at this moment of my life. However, there is a particular subject in which I'm really, really interested, and this is the subject of self-love, because this is something which I have been studying, and I'm using the verb studying because this is really something I was studying for the past probably 4 or 5 years. This is something what everybody is talking about self-love about. Everybody is like, oh, you need to love yourself, or you need to love yourself. But the problem is people don't know what self-love is. People confusing self-love with selfishness, which has nothing to do. And I was struggling with the lack of self-love, the biggest part of my life. And I'm the person who actually learned to love myself. So I know what it is not loving oneself and falling in love with oneself. And I know what a huge difference it makes in your life. And I think that really, whichever problem you have in your life, where it's like, oh, something is not working in my relationship, or I want to change the job, or I don't know what to do in my life, first of all, you need to ask yourself, like honestly, how much do I love myself? And if you can't say that it's 10 out of 10, so this is where you need to work on. And this is so important, because once you learn to accept yourself and say, you know what, I'm good enough just the way I am, this is where real shift happens, because this is where your relationship with your family, with your partner, with your friends, with your work, they change dramatically, because you stopped accepting, well, let's call it nonsense, but there is another word to use here. And you just set boundaries. You know for sure what is for you, what is not for you. You know that you can't be liked by everybody. There are some people who will like you, there are some people who will not like you, but that's okay, because you anyway know who you are, and that's okay. So yeah, I love this subject, so this is something I'm happy to coach people on. And I also, we all have limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are something which we kind of create in our childhood with our child's brain, and then we bring it in our adult life, and sometimes they help us in life, but sometimes they stop us from moving forward. And this is where I really like to help people to override the limiting beliefs. And because I think the first thing, like the healing starts when you realize that you have a limiting belief. So once you realize it, this is like where healing started, and the next step to do is just like find the ways to override it and to prove that you old limiting belief is actually doesn't make any sense, and you don't even have proof that that's true. So this is where I can kind of come as a coach and say, hi, I have questions for you, and this is why I can help. So I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. At this point, I don't know how long it is, but I hope that you found it valuable and the information was helpful. If you want to contact me for a consultation, or if you have any questions, you're welcome to send me an email or give me a phone call. You can find my contact details on my website. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. And thank you again for watching this video. Bye!